Well, here we are, Soundwaves TV family, mourning the loss of an incredible musician, an incredible drummer, Mr. Taylor Hawkins. Obviously broke all of our hearts, and we're so thankful to have professional drummer Jay of State Line Empire here to chat with us about Taylor. And, you know, we're all heartbroken on different levels, I think, you know. Jay and I have been talking about the fact that he has taught Taylor's music for a long time, 20 years. I have played the Foo Fighters for the last 20 years. But we want to hear from you because you had a beautiful interaction with Taylor at Bottle Rock. Tell us about that.
I did. I was teching for one of my star students, the Alive, Kai Nukerman.
You've seen them on Soundwaves TV.
You've seen them. They're incredible. And they played main stage Bottle Rock, and then they had the good fortune of playing, opening up for Chevy Metal at the Napa Opera House, I believe. And so I had got a chance to briefly, hang out with him. Out on stage, he's like, "Are you the dad?" And I was like, "No, I'm the drum instructor." And he's like, "Well, don't teach him anything I do, And I was like, "Don't count on that." So we had a really nice interaction, and he's like super humble and super infectious personality, So, and then after the kids played, they ended up doing a Tool song into Tom Sawyer, which took us 6 months.
Two incredible
probably more than that.
Yeah.
But the kids crushed it, of course, as always. And he's backstage. He's in his leopard cheetah spandex. And he's about to go on stage, and I'm sitting there, and Alice Cooper's back there too. And
name drop. Woo, Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
No.
So he's about to go, and he's like, "Drum instructor?" He like points to me, and he didn't have to say that. He's like, "Good job." He gave me the the stank face and everything. So it's how many kids have picked up sticks because of Taylor? And Dave as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
But, I was reflecting on the fact that, I should be paying him, I almost said that to him.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, what a huge loss. And just a great drummer, too. He just hammers every time, super consistent all the time.
Yeah. Also a beautiful thing because all drummers want to be a front man.
He's a singer, too.
It's true.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
and he wants to be a singer, too.
Their sense of humor.
Wow.
This is the Chevy
awesome.
Metals cereal. It'll be on the shelves very soon, I think. I don't know.
That is cool. That is so much fun. We're going to be able to bid on that, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I am in the middle of reading Dave Grohl's book. And that book is not just like it's The Storyteller is phenomenal, but it's the whole time. And you read the book too. It's just like a love note to his relationship with his best friend, like Taylor weaves through this entire thing. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to pick up that book again. And so I'm watching these clips. Steve and I watched this one. It was from the Lollapalooza right before he passed. And I'm watching this thing, and I'm getting choked up watching the interaction between these two people. And I'm just thinking the one thing is like they were on top of the world as best friends doing the thing. So all I have to say is like, do it. Make art with your friends. Conquer the world with your friends, because you don't know how much time you have left.
Right.
And that's the one thing I walked away from this whole thing is like, God damn it. It's like, you just don't know. So live hard, live like a Foo Fighter. You know what I mean? That love between those guys was just, man.
Yep. # do the Foo, I mean, and it's kind of like you think about losing your best friend and watching that clip. I mean, it was just, Taylor's working the audience while he's singing and everything, but he'd look back at Dave and Dave would look at him and they'd have that moment between them and everything. And it's got to be like, losing an arm or something, to just have that part of you ripped away, whether it's to your mom and dad or your brother or sister or whatever, having somebody like that just gone.
Yeah.
And especially the way it happened too. It was just, 1 minute he's there. It's not like he had a chance to process and he got sick and, So it's got to be something. And to be the drummer for a band that's a guy who is an amazing drummer to begin with. How good do you have to be to be able to be Dave Grohl's drummer?
I've always said that.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's not forget Dave Grohl losing Kurt Cobain and now doing this all over again with Taylor. It's just, I mean, there are no words. for a loss like that.
And it's a testament to their friendship and that love that they put into the world, that like open up the Twitter feed and everybody is like, oh my God, I just want to hug Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. So going back to the book, if you haven't read it yet, you really should pick it up, because you can hear, if you listen to it, you can hear in Dave's own words how much he loved Taylor and how their brotherhood really, meant a lot to him. So I'm going to get choked up.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins. Thank you guys for watching Soundwaves TV.